The Declaration of Independence is basically a classic 5-paragraph essay. It doesn't look like it over there, but that's just the way that it was written in a displayable kind of way. But really, when you break it down, it's just like the kind of 5-paragraph essays that you've been encouraged to write for probably at least a couple of years or so, and more time in the future. So I'm going to show you how to break this down. And actually, again, because I think you're familiar with the introduction, body paragraph, body paragraph, body paragraph, conclusion. I got some help. Hopefully this is okay. Okay, I use ChatGPT. All right, I use ChatGPT. I asked it to write a 5-paragraph essay about 5-paragraph essays as an example there. So we're going to be able to show, like, sort of compare these two here. So again, if it always starts with an introduction, they both do. It's easier to see in the essay because the way that it's put as into paragraphs. But it's also up there, it's the very first sentence, begins, when in the course of human events it becomes necessary, blah, blah, blah. It's just an introduction. That's it. It's not really saying much. One thing about it's sort of hinting, although the title certainly does as well. It doesn't really come right out and say with a thesis statement. It's sort of hinting around the topic. That makes it a little bit different, but not really. So ChatGPT first talked about, like, the first paragraph. So it's about as much text of the Declaration is showing you the idea of, well, that there is a certain set of reasons. So it's their first real set of reasons, right? Like, has the famous lines about all men are created equal, goes on to say some things about rights and government. So that's that first one there. And then the middle paragraph is a separate reason or separate detail about it, right? So on the ChatGPT one, it moves on to talking about a different part of the essay. In the Declaration of Independence, they've moved on to a different topic, still connected, but it's the long list of reasons, specific things that they complain about the British government doing. And then some of those complaints are kind of things that could sort of relate to other people's problems and other parts of history or other kinds of situations. And then there's a third body paragraph. So a third body paragraph, we'll start over here with this one. In the ChatGPT one, it talks about, again, a different part of the essay. And a good essay, especially a good persuasive essay, also considers the other side. This is about where you would do that. So in the Declaration of Independence, that's what they do. They've already said, okay, we think we have rights. Then they said, here are the ways our rights got violated. And then they have a sort of separate complaint about how we've tried to get help. We've tried to work with Britain's people, Britain's government, and it hasn't worked. So connected but different. And then the very ending conclusion is usually about as long as the introduction. You're not introducing something new, really. In ChatGPT, they sort of summarize, this essay summarizes what essays do. And in the Declaration, that's where they really make clear, this is it, we're out of here. In conclusion, we are now free states, we are independent states. We can do what independent countries can do. That's it, we're done. I guess the only other difference is they signed their names at the bottom, and on an essay, you'd probably put it at the top if you write it at all. So, see, like 5-part kind of structure, just like the introduction, body paragraphs, conclusion kind of way of regular essays. So it's a structure you should be pretty familiar with. And now you can see it in the Declaration. That hopefully makes it easier